Hi everybody, welcome to my channel, or welcome back. I've been asked, and sometimes when you've been on this journey for a while, you kind of, you take for granted a lot of stuff. And I've been asked, what does it mean to be a light worker? What does it mean to ascend? What does it mean to be a chosen one? What does it mean to be a starseed? All it means is that you have come to the realization that you're here for a bigger purpose, and or you know that this world that we live in, what we're taught, basically there's an agenda because it doesn't make sense to you. You don't fit in. You're what they call the black sheep, the oddball out, the crazy one, the one that you don't fit into normal society. And you're realizing why you don't fit into normal society. And you come to the realization that the answers don't come from outside of you. They come from within you. So, and the fact that you need to do the work to heal you, whatever that is, because everybody has something different. I can't compare myself to anybody else and say, okay, well, my dark night of the soul was this. How did anybody else go through it? Or their dark night of the soul is this, so therefore I'm going to experience the same things. You can't do that. And that's where, here you go, that's where we get bogged down. Because we're trying to figure this out and looking for answers from everybody else. You have to go within. And that's being a light worker, being a starseed, being a chosen one is simply, you came here to get it. Your soul is at a point where it is ready for the next phase of evolution. You can't make it happen. When I say let go and let God, or accept what comes as it comes, literally, that is all you're supposed to do. Because most people won't do either one of those. They're going to worry and stress and live in fear and anxiety and all of that, and believe all the lies. As to ascend, you've crossed that bridge. You understand that that's limiting beliefs. That's a thought process to keep you in control. None of you were sent here, chose to come here. That's why you're the chosen one. We are the chosen ones. We chose to came here. We chose to come here. Everybody chose to come here, okay? But we chose to come here to shift the reality. The way you shift reality, you don't have to go do anything other than relax. Just relax. Stop trying to make this happen. And I can tell you, after years of being on this journey, nobody was there to tell me all this stuff when I started my journey. Nobody was there to tell me what all this stuff is. It's like everything else in my life, literally. I learn as I go. I am self-taught. When I used to decorate cakes, people would ask me, "Did you go to school for this? How'd you learn how to do this?" I might watch a couple videos, but the school I went to was how to ice a cake. Wilton, at the time, did not teach the 3D artwork. That wasn't a thing. So no, I was not taught. There wasn't somebody there teaching me, oh, well, to make this, you have to do it this way. No, I learned it on my own by just doing whatever I felt called to do. The messages are flowing today like I cannot tell you, because everything in your life has gotten you to this point. My cats are being crazy. My husband left here. He's like, "I'm going to take the dog with me." I was like, "No, he'll be fine." He's laying here quiet. The cats are the ones that are crazy. Anyway, one of them in particular. The one we call Wild Man. Anyway, everything in your life, wherever you've been, whatever you've been taught, whatever you've experienced, whatever thing that has piqued your interest, is all for a reason. It's all for a reason. Because it's gotten you to this point, so you can draw from it to keep going. You know, and I look back and it's like, again, these messages are coming in. It's like, you, me, were given the chance to open your own business. So you could see that learning, getting in, because I would have some of the most profound messages when I wasn't even trying. I could have been in the worst mood. Literally, I would be ready to snap heads off. Because remember, back then, I was angry. I hated everybody. It was just, and I would be in the worst mood. And I would go to my shop and I would start decorating, start making the 3D artwork for the cakes. And it was amazing. When you stop focusing on the problem and you shift your mind to something you enjoy, your whole attitude changes. When I did animal control, because I loved that job, that was before my bakery. I would be in the worst mood. Whatever, it didn't matter. It would, back then, it took very little to piss me off. I would be in the worst mood. I'd get in what I called my puppy truck. I'd get in my truck and take off for my job and just drive. And you know, as calls came in, I answered the calls. I did my job. It shifted my focus to what I enjoyed. And all the worries, all the cares, everything that pissed me off before just left. It was basically my training ground. You cannot equate what you're going through to me. Because what brings me joy might not bring you joy. It might stress you out. You have to figure out what it is that brings you joy. Because through this process, you will have days that stress you. Like yesterday. Well, no, it's the bullshit that stresses me. Well, it doesn't even stress me. It frustrates me. I was looking for the right word. The matrix, the 3D nonsense, the stuff we came here to conquer is what stresses me, because it's still existing. It's still playing out. Yeah, so I'm ready. I told my husband this morning, I am so ready for this shift. Some days I just want to hit that eject button, or Scotty beam me up, because there's no intelligent life on this planet. And I don't mean you guys. You're following me, so you are very intelligent. Oh, my stars. But being the chosen one, or being a light worker, when you learn to find your peace, because nobody else can give you peace. It doesn't matter what anybody says. When you're in a bad mood, when you're having a bad day, nobody else can say anything. You have to do this yourself. Think about it. It doesn't matter what my husband says. Just like, and I will tell you, yesterday, I had another situation. Not only did I have the stuff that happened at the vet, then we had, again, donated money. He went and built steps for a place, and we donated the steps, i.e. the money, the whole bit. And he tells them, that we did this. He gets a letter addressed to him, thanking him for the donation. I was so pissed. I could have, yeah. I'm like, I want all the money back. If they can't accept me and respect me, and it's not the fact that I didn't get the letter. It's the fact that he got the letter. And they completely disregarded the fact that I was even part of this equation. If he had not gotten the letter, everything would have been fine. And I'm like, well, this is the second time. Different organization. This is the second time this shit's happened to me. And I'm over it. I'm done. I told him, I said, no, I just get the money back. If they can't respect me enough, I'll take my money and give it to somebody else that will respect it. So anyway, so I had that on top of it. So I was in a pretty off mood yesterday, which he was also in an off mood. And two of us, it was like, there was not between the two of us, but he was stressed. I was stressed. We were like just not flowing. Okay. So we went out to finish the chicken coop. In the process, we've shifted our focus, right? We're doing something we enjoy doing. It got better. And now it's all water under the dam, over the dam, under the bridge, whatever. It's done. I don't care anymore. No, I didn't get my money back, because I told him, because the president of the company called me, and I told him, I said, you know what? This is not right. This is not fair. Anyway. And he's like, well, do you want your money back? And I said, well, I thought about it. But you know what? No, I gave that from the goodness of my heart. So I did what was right. Hopefully, they learned a lesson. Women, I tell you what. You know what? If you're a woman, and this is not a knock against men, because you have your own journeys, but if you're a woman and you chose to come back into this existence as a woman, kudos to you. Because the shit, the brainwashing, the limiting beliefs that this society has around women, it takes a strong soul to come back into this existence as a woman. And especially to come back and be a chosen one, a light worker, a starseed, a whatever you want to call yourself. Because give yourself a hug, pat yourself on the back, because baby, I love you. You came back for an amazing, I want to say feat. Why does feet, not foot like on your body, but an amazing feat, an amazing, to get to this point, to awaken in a world that thinks you're less than. This is Tiffany. In a world that thinks that we're supposed to be submissive, and maybe these organizations have done this nonsense to other submissive women. And it took me to stand up and bring it to their attention of, no, this is not okay. This is not okay. When you have a married couple, it is the couple's decision. You need to acknowledge both parties for whatever it is, not just the man. So anyway, back to my point. To be awakened means that you're awake to the fact that we've been lied to and they've tried to control us. You're not there anymore. And I have people that I've helped, they're like, I don't want this. I didn't ask for this. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. And they want to go back to their simple life. No, you don't. Do you really want to go back to being controlled by the system? No, you were miserable. Because now you're seeing that you have healing to do. You have a journey of healing yourself. And from a place of just be. And this is where I say, accept what comes as it comes is so profound. Because when you get to that point, you don't try to figure shit out. You don't try to search and figure out why you are the way you are and how am I going to fix me and what do I need to work on next. If it's meant to be, it will be. If something triggers you, then it's time to work on it. And think about, okay, and not from a stressful place. Just, okay, why is this triggering me? What is it trying to teach me? What is, and sometimes just like yesterday, none of that was in my control. So you just have to understand, you just need to let it go. Know it's there, be informed, but don't get inundated. Know it's there. Yes, the corruption is there, the greed is there, all of that kind of stuff is there. People are shifting to communities to help each other. It's going to take, it's a process. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not meant to happen overnight. So just let it go. And that's where I am. And that's why I say, I live in heaven on earth every day. Heaven on earth is a state of mind. It is getting to the point where you just let the nonsense go. And everything I tried to figure out, everything I tried to make happen, on my journey to get here, you can't. You can't, because you're going to get frustrated. So, again, if there's something that comes across your path that's informative and it helps you, that's fine. But don't get caught in, okay, everybody's going through all these ascension symptoms. What are these symptoms? And I will tell you, I have days where I am completely wiped. I'm just flat exhausted. It happens to be an ascension symptom. Don't let it wig you out. As long as you're resting and you're getting the food that you should have. If you're living on junk, you need to cut that junk out of your routine. But just, there's no magic to it. You didn't become, you're not stepping, wait, what am I trying to say here? Okay, you've stepped into a different role. You are a different person, but you are here to be the light for others. That's what I just got. By people saying you can't be a light when you're stressed trying to figure all this crap out. Just be. If you have a bad day, that's fine. What was it that triggered you? Why are you in a bad mood? Try to sort through it, yes. But find what brings you peace, what makes you happy, what is going to divert your attention from whatever funk you're in for that day. Just like yesterday. Yeah, I was in a funk. I'm still freaking human. I'm still tired of the shit that's going on in this world. Most days I just brush it off. Yesterday, it was just one more little thing that got me. And I'm like, but I diverted my attention. I didn't sit here and go on and on and on about it with my husband, and the two of us just drug each other into that pit. Therefore, we stayed there. We went out and did something we enjoyed. We shifted our focus. Go shift your focus. And because I will tell you, when you get in that funk, because I've been there, when you get in that bad place, and yesterday wasn't this place, but I've been in that place where nothing works, nobody likes me, why am I here? I screw everything up, I'm not worthy, everybody gets it but me. Why is life so hard for me? Why am I the one that always gets shit on? Why, and you do all that you get in that mindset. And you see all the stuff going on in the world, and then that's piling on top of it. And it's like everything you think of becomes negative. Because again, you're in the devil's sandbox that I talked about in my other video. So all of those angels are there to play with you in that sandbox. And they're like, okay, you want to have your pity party. You want to have the woe is me. You want to play victim. You want to look at all the negative stuff. Here, let's give you more to look at. Let's have fun with this. They're having a blast because they're helping you. Meanwhile, you keep feeling like shit. And it's driving you crazy. So find something, make the list, like I said before, of everything that you're grateful for. Pull that list out and say, no, wait a minute. And start and breathe. Just breathe. And think of the things that you're grateful for. And you will start climbing out of that sandbox, and you will go into God's sandbox, where all of those angels are there to help you. And they're going to have fun giving you more things to be grateful that you're grateful for. Because Satan's box is full of angels saying, oh yeah, well, what about this? What about this bad place you were in? What about this that happened to you? What about this that never works out? What about this? That's what you're asking for. That's what you're focusing on. So they're there to help you. When you shift your mindset to what brings you peace, what brings you joy, what brings you happiness, what you're grateful for, you are climbing back into another sandbox of, okay, well, you're grateful for your house. So then they start feeding you more things that you're grateful for. Oh yeah, well, remember, you've got your husband, you've got your daughter, you've got your granddaughter, you've got all your animals. You have an amazing life. You're healthy, you're happy. You live in heaven on earth every day. Do you see what I'm saying? It's not good or bad. It just is. It's where you choose to put your focus. All these videos that want to focus on the problem are in this sandbox. The ones that are going to continue to keep you in the problem. Videos that are giving you solutions, giving you better things to think about, giving you answers to how to be happy, they put you in this sandbox. It's your choice. You know, I'm not saying you chose to get in this box. It's your choice whether you stay there or not. You have the ability to come out of it. And that's where nobody can say anything to make it happen. You have to shift your focus to something else. Even if you can be talking to somebody, but you have to get in a mindset that I'm tired of being in this box and stop focusing on all the negative stuff. Start allowing the positive stuff to come in. And it might take a while. I'm not saying this is a boom, it's going to happen. But that, when people see that you can shift like that, when people see that you're spending more time in God's box, where you're happy, you're grateful, you're full of happiness and joy and helping others and all of that kind of stuff, you are the light. Because you're cutting the cords, you're eliminating the limiting beliefs, you're eliminating the fears and the traumas and all of those things that are keeping you in this box over here, i.e., for the lack of a better term, the devil's box. It's not bad. It's just the lower vibrational frequency emotions that you're playing in. That's where probably 90% of the world chooses to stay, because they don't know about this box. They were never taught about God's box. They were never taught how to get to God's box. That's why you're here. To figure it out so you can then help other people. It's not, but again, it's just relax. Just relax. You can't go into panic and, oh my God, I'm in the devil's box. I got to get out. And you start struggling because you're going to it's like quicksand. You're just going to keep digging yourself deeper because you're focusing on the box that you're in. Look at this box. Focus on this box of just love and happiness. And let all the stuff, like yesterday, the eggs, the person selling a dozen eggs for $6 a dozen, that's not me. Not my circus, not my monkeys. Yeah, it irritated me because I think about all the poor people that literally poor and the poor people that are paying $6 a dozen for eggs when they don't have to pay $6 a dozen. Anyway, another story. And where did I just go with that? Oh, so I wasn't the one charging the $6. I wasn't the one buying the eggs. I wasn't the one involved in that at all. I just happened to see it. It was brought into my awareness for a reason. Let it go. All the shit going on in the world. Not my circus, not my monkeys. Yes, I know it's there. I can see the circus, but it's not mine. So let it go. You getting bogged down in, oh my God, they're charging $6 a dozen. The world's coming to an end. Or all the nonsense that's going on in the world. You getting bogged down in that is keeping you in this box. Let it go. So anyway, I hope this helps explain. I know it was kind of, I wasn't sure where this video was going to go. But I got a lot of good messages in it. I hope I was able to portray them and translate them to you to help you. So again, being a light worker, ascending, whatever, don't let it wig you out. It's not it's not a job. You are expected to perform a certain way. God is not your boss sitting there watching your every move, waiting to fire you. God, out of unconditional love, is here to support you however you choose to do this journey. You can choose to sit there and do absolutely flipping nothing. Literally. Or you can just choose to go about your day, and as things come up, accept what comes as it comes. Accept it. And just, I don't want to say deal with it because that sounds bad. Just work through it. Whatever it is. No, I don't like work either. Work is that. Live. Just live. Live your life. Is what I was just told. That's a 4-letter word, but that one's okay. Just live your life. Accept what comes. As it comes. Don't try to make it happen. Don't try to figure all this nonsense out that isn't even in your awareness yet. Because you're going to hear terms, you're going to hear things, and you're going to try to figure it out. I did. I'm, again, learn from my experience. I saw all these people doing all this amazing stuff, and I'm like, oh my God, that would be cool. I want to learn how to do that. That was not my path. So it was stressing me out. As things came into my existence, as they came in, I didn't go searching for it. As things came in, that excited me, I went with that. That's how I've gotten here. It wasn't searching. It wasn't, the searching and the trying to make everything happen was just slowing me down. It was bogging me down. It was making me miserable because I couldn't figure it out. I couldn't figure out why. Or I'd hear somebody else's story and I'm like, well, that doesn't help me because that's not me. Well, no, sweetheart, it's not meant to be you. You're here on your own journey. Do not ever compare yourself to anybody else. Never wish that you were somebody else because you don't know what they're going through. It could be worse than what you're going through. It's their journey because you could be in that place and then go, this doesn't even make sense. Why am I here? Because it's not meant for you. So again, just be. Just relax. Accept what comes as it comes. Shift your focus to what brings you joy, what brings you happiness. Find whatever that is for you. Yes, there are techniques. There are things that help. Everybody's different. What works for one person might not work for somebody else. Try different things. If you find something that works, stick with it. If it doesn't work, let it go. Don't wonder, why is it not working for me? It works for somebody else. Well, Pam said this is what she does, but it doesn't work for me. Then let it go. Go find what works for you. So I send you guys so much love, so much light. I'm here to help you through this journey. I'm here to guide you. I'm here to be a light. Yes, I'm awake. I'm ascending. I'm a chosen one. I'm a whatever. I came here for a specific reason. And it's to help guide others. I can't do it for you. No, but no more than anybody could do it for me. There were days that I was like, oh my God, I wish somebody would fix this. Yeah. Look in the mirror. That's the only person that can fix it. And not because you're broken, just because you're getting better. So I send you love. I send you light. If you have something that works for you, because there's, and I don't want drama. Don't give me drama. Don't give me the problem. Don't give me, oh, well, you don't understand what I'm going through. Oh, well, my life is, no, I don't want that, because I will delete those comments in a flat minute. I don't want the negativity. If somebody has a technique that you use, if you get in that bad spot, to help shift your focus, to help calm you, put it in the comments to help somebody else, because it might be something they don't even know exists yet. There are so many modalities out there. Oh my God, it's crazy. I don't even know them all. For me, I just shift my focus and start going and doing something else that I enjoy doing. Even if it's just go hug my horse. Smell my horse. And I know some of y'all are like, that's just crazy. I love the smell of my horse. It's aromatherapy. If there's a fragrance that you love, rose essential oil, I will tell you, used to make me gag. The smell of roses. Growing up, you smell these little old ladies and it's like, ugh. Okay. God bless their soul. The smell of rose, I can feel my frequency just rise. It is like it elevates me instantaneously. Sometimes I just open the bottle and I smell it and it's like just this peace comes over me, because rose is one of the highest frequency plants there is. When you smell that, it is a high frequency. Smell it. Infuse your body with it. If there's a crystal that brings you joy, go hold your crystal. Find what works for you. So, music. Some people listen to music. And you know what? And I will tell you, I don't care what it is. If it brings you happiness, listen to it. Do not let people guilt you into thinking, oh, you have to listen to Christian music all the time. Oh, you have to listen to spiritual music all the time. No, you know what? If I want to listen to Metallica, I'm going to listen to Metallica, because there are songs on there that I love. Nickelback, if that brings you joy, listen to it. If it doesn't, listen to bluegrass. I'd rather eat my gun. I hate bluegrass music. It stresses me. If bluegrass makes you happy, listen to bluegrass. Country, whatever. Music might not be your thing. Music speaks to my soul. Riding my motorcycle. I can get on my motorcycle and just go and turn on my music, and I'm just in a whole nother world. So again, I love you. Find what works for you. And if you have something, I've given you guys a few of mine. List what works for you in the comments so you can help other people. It might be breath work. I don't know. Go hug a tree. Go walk with your feet in the grass. But be happy and relax. Lots of love.